Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Nam Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudakshamauraya Madhu Sayuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamaham Narayanam Tum Sirasa Namami Gandhinam Bhakta Shroman Sri Krishna Pada Javadaika Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sara Saram Narayan Satatam Prapati Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of blessings in the Lord of the veil, upon the Lord of Ram. Sometimes it's and what? Now present past future Vishnu Kavadana Pranam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Pranams to everybody. And today is Vijaya Ekadasi. So, and most of the places, I think, I heard some places maybe tomorrow, but in case if there is a doubt, what you have to do is you have to do both days Ekadasi. If there is any, see the Ekadasi determined by the Brahma Muhurta, suppose like in Australia, US, East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, the demarcation. Sunrise is little late, not same at all the time places. So there will be a borderline where you'll be confused. Oh, today, tomorrow, today, what to do? Don't worry. You do both days. Like fruit, depending upon how one it does. If he does one day nirjal, next day fruit like that, or peanuts, or both day fruit, no problem. Then there is no question of paran because Shastra says. See, Lord, Ekadasi looks at the bhav, the mood behind it. Hey, I want to follow Ekadasi, but I am confused today, tomorrow. Let me do both. Then the parna, today we do Ekadasi, tomorrow parna, it doesn't matter. We continue fruit, Then day after we can do, like grains or something, right? So Lord looks at the bhav, the spirit behind it. And upvasa meaning what? Bhakti Vijnana Bharati, it says nicely, upavasa meaning near, vasa meaning living near. With whom? With the Lord. Now, where does the Lord lives always? He says, wherever my devotees are congregating, chanting, right? Kirtan, japa, right? Glorifying. That's where I come and stay. So, if you want to live close to the Lord, that means we have to engage in glorifying japa, kirtan, harikatha, Then Lord comes and sits, so we are nearby. So that's what it means, Not necessarily, of course, both. We should not, you cannot say, no, I eat whatever I want. to kirtan. See, both has to go. Because by not eating grains, especially, and then greens, so many bodily functions, will not bother us. Our attention, concentration, and water in the body, water in the body is, disturbed. So it's minimizing. So the absorbing material of water should be minimum. Like that, Ekadasi is very, very scientific. The way, no matter how we look at it, we cannot stop talking about it. So beneficial. It's a greatest blessing. If you want to help others, or if you want to desire to benefit others, so you should give this Ekadasi to inspire others and describe others about this. So this way it will be beneficial. Both will be winner. In this world, we want everybody winner. Everybody should become winners. So this is the best way. And Ekadasi is not different from the Supreme Lord. He himself has appeared as this Tithi. That's why he stays in the Tithi. And we have to serve Ekadasi daily. Okay. Ekadasi meaning is a Swarupa Shakti of the Lord. Ekadasi is Swarupa Shakti of the Lord. We have to serve her by same thing. It comes back to the same thing, that we follow, abstain from these things. Even to the extent of sleep also. But challenges comes when you are trying to follow this. Tests will come. Those are there to determine, to check our determination, how serious we are, how seriously we want to stay in this world, or how seriously we want to go. Don't want anything from on this world. See, this is the thing. So our attachment, it is testing our attachment, how attached, or that's why Prahlad Maharaj prays, Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, Namastejas Tejase, Avirar Virbhava, Vajranaka Vajradamsa, Karma Shayan, Randaya Randaya, Tamo Grasa Grasa Grasa, Om Swaha, Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishtaha, Om Shraumiti. Swastistu Vishwasya Kalaha Prasidatam, Dhyayantu Bhutani, Shivam Mitodiya. Manasya Bhadram Bhajatada Dokshase, Aveshatam no Matirapinaitki. Oh Lord, you have appeared in a wonderful way. Everyone's light or energy, root of that is you. And you have like a diamond-like, hard diamond-like nails, and then teeth. Please, please, please make my my karma, all this phala, you destroy that, burn it, burn my this sukshma desires, karma, and make ajnana andhakara, darkness of ignorance far away. Let there be abhaya nirbhaya, take birth in myself, meaning fear, no fear. There should not be any fear in me due to others, or there should not be fear in others due to me. Abhaya nirbhaya. ajnana, then, O Lord, let there be auspiciousness entire world. We should not, desire, oh, he is my enemy, she is my friend, or she is enemy, like that. No, no. Everybody is our friend, actually. Only it is our mind, contaminated. We designate one as a friend, another as an enemy, like that. So, auspiciousness is everywhere, in everyone, for everyone. And let all cruel people give up their cruelty. Let everybody think of doing welfare to others. Let my mind be attached to you only, your Nama Rupa Guna. Let me not, attracted or attached to this worldly objects, worldly things. Let my consciousness be free from fruit of reaction, karma. Matirapya, I think, only submerged in you. Now we are submerged in this material world. That is engulfing. So this is what Prahalad Maharaj prays every second, all the time, 24 hours. So, and Prahalad Maharaj is the best one to do Ekadasi, to establish in his, because he got this opportunity becoming Prahalad because of unknowingly following Ekadasi. So, knowingly or unknowingly, you follow, the result is there. Bhakti Janani, mother of devotion. Ekadasi form itself is Punya Swarupini, Sarva Papa Vinashini, Vishnu Bhakti Buddhipani, Paramartha Gati Pradayini. So, there is no end to it, But anyway, we start to go somewhere. Now, Shivaratri, Shiva Chaturdasi is on 19th Sunday. Then tomorrow is the disappearing days of Ishan. Ishwarpuri. Also tomorrow. So anyway, we talked too much about Ekadasi. Then today is our question and answer. We'll come back. We'll finish this thing, Shivaratri, and then Ishwarapuri. Little bit. Because yeah, any questions? All right. Yeah. Now, sometimes it feels that we are prompted to go with the flow of karma, and there is no way to stop certain tendencies, desires, characteristics, thoughts from coming into being. Even though we chant and observe Ekadasi, Param Gurudev once mentioned that once a person practices bhakti, the person will no longer be affected by astrological forecasts, etc. Is it true that sometimes things are bound to happen no matter what, and it is all Guru's arrangement to help us become better versions of ourselves through different circumstances and interactions with different people? Is this where the witness concept comes, and we should just observe as speculator, and we see what Krishna has planned without getting attached to any results. So, so I think the question is, our Gurudev is telling, you understand the question. Now, Gurudev Gaurachandra Radhika Tada Krishna Krishna Bhakta. See, Gurudev actually in ISKCON, when Swami Maharaj was planet, or anyway, things happened. Actually, very bad. I experienced that because too much, especially in the US. The Gurukula. I don't know many of you know or not the history. What was at the time when Gurudev was visiting US, 1996, 97, and the early 90s. So much calm, There were the court cases, Gurukula and ISKCON suing this, that happened, this happened, da 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 da. And devotee's mind is this. Wait a minute. Prabhupada they say is Trikalajna. He must have known he is a Param, Vaishnava. We say he must know past, present, and future. Then why he did not, why he did not make anything to prevent it? This was the question. Very difficult, at that time. Very difficult to understand, especially, public image. See, the newspapers, there's so much garbage going on in the Christian, especially in Boston area. See, there are so many things in the church, right? We don't have to go to detail, but and it goes on everywhere, even in India, churches and now the question is, so similar thing in Gurukulas, ISKCON run by. So the Gurukulas, they were so mad, they went to the court and they came up with so much thing, and because of that they did so many things. But the bottom line is, this is the question they were asking: why did not Prabhupada prevent these things happening? So if he knows, see, that is the question, right? And also, in general, janami adharmam nachamena nivrutti, janami adharmam nachamena pravrutti. Meaning, I know what is dharma, I know what is religion, no, but I'm somehow weak. I cannot put into practice. Just knowing alone is not enough, but somehow the strength is not there to put into practice. You understand? Then the other side is, I know what is should not be done, adharma, bad thing, should not do, should not engage. But I cannot help, right? Like giving an example, it's like, even though even though it is bad, One time when I was building temple in New York, first time, 25, first time, this rings my mind, I was contracting, plumber, That time I told them, New York is a place of very difficult, but very tough rules, fire code and all that. So we cannot able to hire all the contract labor. They are too expensive. At that time, $250, $300 per day, that's too much. So you are trying to cut the corners. He said, so, sir, this is temple church, we have no money. Oh, okay. But we have to get the work done. So I used to engage other people, $100 a day like that. So this plumber came. First he demanded some advance. No, I will give you later. No, you must give me now. So he gave me like 25 or 30, $50. Took it. Immediately he went outside, brought 6-pack, and then drank in front of me, and then he started. So his urge is there. He is unstoppable. If you walk in front of bar, he cannot stop. Or eating or talking. These are all different addictions. Okay. So but it is wrong. Okay. By drinking, your liver is getting damaged. Maybe there'll be a hole in the future in your heart. So many things. Money is wasted. Relationship, this, that. Maybe you might get fired in the, all the consequences. But still, we cannot stop. This is part of the question, right? So, but one who practices, this is for those who do not practice bhakti, who are not taken shelter, right? That's the reason. See, it says, unless we surrender to a pure devotee, Vaishnava, our mind is going here and there and there. Strong. So, oh Lord, I'm surrendering. Oh Gurudev, I'm surrendering to your lotus feet. Please stop my mind going here and there. He can stop because his power of Radha is there. Huh? So, but for a devotee, the question is like in this case, it's gone. And also, so what Gurudev said is in short, he took the example of Pandavas. Okay. Pandavas, the question in the story of Pandavas and Kauravas, you must know Mahabharata, right? Pandavas were devotees, Arjuna, right? Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, then Draupadi, right? And their mother, Kunti, on one side. On the other side, they are also related to Kunti is related to Krishna, and like that. Now, Kauravas are the other side. They're very, very bad. They are personified Kali. So much bad. And Krishna was with the Pandavas. Right? Now, even the Krishna is with them, and so one time Pandavas were asked to play dice. Yudhishthira Maharaj, come please play dice. And Shakti was there. Very bad. He's like he can manipulate. He'll make it. You win always. Kauravas win all the time. Pandavas lose. Some kind of Shakti. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is naive. Now the question is, in this case, Pandavas could have told Krishna, see, they have invited me for a game of dice. Should we go or not? See, they did not. Yudhishthira should have done, but he did not. So they lost it. Game. And then what happened? The war. Right? You know the right. Now you could have invited Krishna. Remember Krishna. Krishna come. So Krishna, you play with me on behalf of us. They could not have said no, because they are putting Shakuni at their behalf. So we will make Krishna play. No one can stop. So who can win against Krishna? You tell me. You understand what I'm saying? Possibility. But somehow Yudhishthira Maharaj, even though a thought came, Krishna was expecting, but he refused. He didn't give a thought to that. No. We should not involve Krishna in this. So completely clean board, completely defeated. So that is the cause of the war, the great war. And what? In the war, Krishna taught Bhagavad Gita. Understand? Bhagavad Gita came in the middle of. So if Pandavas, this is what Gurudev was telling. If Pandavas invited Krishna to play on his behalf, then maybe this would not have happened. Or Draupadi telling certain things, you are blind and your sons are also blind. You are inside and outside blind, like that. Dhritarashtra. So, so in other words, hand of Krishna is there. This is what it is. For the devotee, there is no karma. Okay, the way what our Gurudev is telling is true. But we are his instruments or not. We are surrendered to Krishna. So whatever comes for us, it is his mercy. Then where is the question of good or bad? You understand what I'm saying? Everything is good. If it is coming from Krishna, it must be sweeter than the sweetest, right? Madhuradhipater Akilam Madhura. His chastisement is playing, is kicking, is killing, everything is Madhura. Is always for the welfare. There cannot be, bad. There cannot be darkness in sun like that. So whatever it does is auspicious. Because of our conditioning, we think it is inauspicious. Oh, hey, that. So, in other words, it is also making us better. We are training. In other words, our faith has to increase. If this has to, okay, to the extent we have faith, to that extent, Lord, Guru sends the exam. To the extent, if you have more faith, more strong devotee and all that, you will have more difficult exam. Okay, so to show it to the world, okay, how to attract conditioned living entities by examples. Oh, look at them! Wow, so much difficulty. Still, they have not, given up. So, it's a mercy of the Lord. Nothing short of that. So we have to be content with that and then become stronger. See, one thing, Gurudev says, he asks one thing. You show in the history anywhere where finally a bad person, very cruel person has won the war. See, in Sanskrit we say dharma rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma. Dharma is actually not religion, but unfortunately cannot translate properly. Huh? But anyway, understand dharma. Huh? The natural, real, nitya, eternal nature, characteristic of jiva. Dharma. And the dharma is to we are servant, serving the Lord. Servant of the servant. So that dharma cannot be destroyed, cannot be overpowered. But in the beginning, it appears like that. Bad people winning stronger and all. But eventually they will be blown up. Okay. So we should have strong understanding, faith, and pray for the realization. And we have greatest weapons on our side. Try to remember that. We get blown away, confused because we forget the weapons that we have. The Guru, our parampara, is equipped with us. Holy name. Okay. Holy name is no less than Lord. Is no less than his Sudarshan Chakra. All is, maze. I mean, everything is there. In his name. Name itself, very powerful. We forget to equip ourselves. Remember, So that's why, we get defeated. If you remember, Ekadasi is powerful. If you follow that, if you follow, there are so many, even here in Bangalore, we have so many thousands of people experiences. If you properly follow, it will solve all our troubles, problems. You will gain confidence. Confidence will come that even though troubles, problems, situations arise, almost helpless, but still there will be confidence. No, I can get over it. You will not become In other words, if you keep doing Ekadasi Nam Japa, you will never get defeated by mundane things, mundane forces. So, and the Ekadasi and Nam Japa are not two different things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says same truth, like an head and a tail of a coin. Head and tail cannot be separated. It's together. If you cut into two pieces, it has no value. So, like that, Ekadasi and chanting Japa. So we have given. Then the glorification of our acharyas. Lord Nrsimhadev is there, Prahlad Maharaj. Remembering those great stalwart devotees, Rupa and Sanatan, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Bharati. They went so much. Lokanath, Narottama, Srinivas, Amananda, so many. And for the ladies, you take for example, Sachimata, Ganga Mata. Name was Sachimata before Ganga Mata. Mother Sita herself, Draupadi, Kunti, So many of them, you know. If you remember their activity, their life, we get strength, energy. Then these negative things will go away. You know? So, and then Krishna, one thing he says, constant practice and detachment. Okay, another thing for the formula to remember: constant practice and detachment. Detachment of what? We should not expect the outcomes, not attached to the outcome. See, our Gurudev saying, wait a minute, what did you bring? And what are you going to take? So, and this world things is no, you know, nobody brought this or nobody is taking anything, even not even electron. Okay? You know? So, why you're struggling to acquire so much this, that. We're attached to this body, you know. We think, oh, I'm beautiful, this, that, and all that. You think any of this part of the body comes with us? Or did we bring anything from outside world? You know. So it's really amazing. It's so constant practice. You know. So practice of what? Sadhana. Sadhana. You know, we should remain a sadhaka. Sadhana. We should sadhana meaning not that morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, then between not. Sadhaka, sadhana all the time. We should be all the time. We should be sadhana. You know? Then otherwise, suppose our mind goes this way. See, I also try to understand. Biggest enemy is our mind. Okay, I keep telling you this. Okay, don't get confused. Oh, you know, he keeps telling the same thing 100 times. You know, don't get you know what to do. You know, things has to be repeated anytime. So biggest enemy. Otherwise, we forget. You know, this is that situation, that person, this person. We try to blame it on others. We should, you know, somehow. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati keeps telling, you know, without criticizing others, trying to analyze others. You analyze yourself. Give up this and try to develop tolerance. It says in the mud you have to have tolerance. You cannot run away. Oh, if you know, whatever situation Krishna has put us in, you have to be satisfied. You should not run away. If you run away, the problems will not also run away. They will come with you. You know, they will come with you in a different form. You know, so wherever you are, we have to stay there and then face it. You know, and if you face it with all your weapons, they will run away. You know, like a lion. If a lion roars in a forest, what happens? All the animals, they will run away. So we have to roar, Hare Krishna, Narasimha, Gurudev, oh my God. You know, you cry out, you know, and there is no way they will. One time I was in Malaysia, you know, so one Chinese devotee came and he was looking like this, and so I asked him, actually something important happened. I cannot help Malaysia meaning. See, we had a Gaurnita deity. So what happened before that? I'll tell you this. So he came looking like, I was asking why was he? Oh, I get a dream that black thing comes. Uh, you know, uh, in Chinese tradition is there. When a person leaves, they burn so many paper rupees, right? Paper money. Because maybe that person has desire. So you take them. And also they put too much firecrackers, you know, to scare away the living entity, Atma, not to come nearby like that. Some understanding is there, some, belief is there. Huh? So actually, they should chant, and then that chanting will deliver them. Do ekasi, it delivers them. Then they will not come. A win-win situation. Instead of cracker, they should make a loud harinam kirtan. Okay, that is the biggest sound you can ever produce. you know. So you should educate them. Then anyway, I told him. He said, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And that black thing comes. So after 2 or 3 days, he came. He was a smile on his face. Why? What happened? Oh yes, yes. I started telling Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The beginning difficult, but then I said, as soon as I said, looks like the light came and hit that black thing and went. It ran away. So he said like that. And then another time, his friends came also. Then they were looking at Gaur Nitai and looking like this, and like this, like this. Why happened? Then they showed me a picture. It's amazing, one picture they developed. See, I'm talking 1986, okay, many years ago, 14 plus 34, 35 years ago. Huh? So, then I asked him why, what is that? Then they were telling me, explaining me. See, they at that time, or even now, I don't know now, the people from, especially Chinese, they go from Malaysia, Penang, okay, Penang in Malaysia, mostly Penang, and maybe Singapore also. They go to South China. I've been there in China also. Wow, amazing place. One should visit that place. I forgot the river name. It is what happened that this happened only. I went to China maybe 2012, 14, like that. So, but I wanted to go since '86. I had that desire, but it happened like that. But anyway, what happened? They went on a cruise, taking pictures. Beautiful. Water is flowing, boats are going, big boats, and then beautiful hills. All are like Shivlinga. Amazing, beautiful. They're scanning. And they came back to Malaysia, developed it is Kodak. Remember those time. Now it was not digital. It was you have to take to the dark room, put into solution. Many of you may not have heard or may have heard about it. They have to develop, whole film. And it turns out, he showed me the whole film. Entire film was blank except in the center one. And when it was exposed center, what it looks like, there's a hill there, and a person looks like somebody is landing. And beautiful, like golden, like clothes, like orange clothes. And then his feet is like this, hand like this. So big person, big, height may be 50, 60 feet tall, like that. Then when he showed me, I recognized as a Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And I showed him the, the deity, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. They also felt, yes, similarity is there when I showed him. So they gave me a picture, they printed and then I gave picture. I still have it. I have it somewhere. Maybe next time I will show you. Or many of you might have seen it. So at that time I had that desire. Somehow is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearing in China, and we should build a temple there at the spot. I wanted to recognize that hill where they took a shot. So it's very easy. So in 2015, I went there. I requested devotees, I want to go to that place. So they took me there in a boat. Of course, in China, you cannot go, get down and take a look at it. You cannot do that, unfortunately. But while going in the boat itself, I was able to recognize that hill because the photo is very clear, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, looks like that. No devotee cannot make a wrong nothing. It's actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for us, So he was landing there, and so I was able to recognize. The devotees also recognize. Yes, this is where. This is a picture. This is a spot where he took that picture. Only that picture was developed. No other pictures. They were surprised. Completely blank except one film in the center, and that film had this. And I asked him, "Did you see anything strange or something special in that while we were shooting?" No, and they said no. We were shooting. It is really amazing, So what I'm saying is, why we might ask, what is this? What is this relationship with this question? What I'm saying is, Lord's future plans. Okay, we are all instruments for everything. There is an instrumental cause and a material cause. Okay, so of course, finally the both. So he's preparing us. He's preparing us, especially for devotees. So, and to increase our faith, we should increase our faith. That's why Krishna is, see, this question. Now, the ISKCON question, you might say, wait a minute, you did not answer the question. Right? I write the question, he did not answer. So Gurudev was telling this, then why did not Krishna stop Pandavas playing dice game? He could have, right? Don't play. Or you make him play on his behalf. Who could defeat Lord in anything, you see? Shakuni and all that, they are no match for Krishna's. And anyway, they used to think Krishna not as God. See, in the time of Krishna himself, who was thinking Krishna is Supreme Lord, is lovable, only gopis, and then few people, Pandavas, Uddhava, other things. Oh, is a magician, greatest magician in the world. They were thinking like that. Whatever it is, they cannot fool Krishna, Whole thing is in his control, material world, right? Material energy, Maya Disha. Whereas these people are Maya Adina, under the conditional control of Maya. So he could have done it, but he did not. So same way, in this case, we cannot understand. See, this is the thing. Try to understand this. That's why he called Achintya, or Param Gurudevs keep telling this. Okay. Achintya, you understand what is our says Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, right? What is Achintya? Beyond our mind. Now, Like, for example, the avatars, incarnations of Lord, or Param Gurudev, is really amazing, Gurudev and Param Gurudev, hats off to them, bah, so advanced, uh, yeah, he's telling Rama, Narsinghdev, all these, they have amazing qualities, amazing thing, right? Shakti, you know, agatana gatana patiyasi, make possible, impossible, possible, I know that. But Krishna is only achintya, Krishna. Why achintya meaning? It is beyond. In Dwarka, for example, same time he married 16,000, 100, 100. So, and he appeared in different places, same time, different way. So, so many in the Rasa dance also, Rasa Leela, So that is we cannot speculate or think or do anything. Achintya, only Krishna can do that. That's why really Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. You remember, other incarnations is not a match for Krishna. Of course, other incarnations are all Krishna's incarnation, but coming from Krishna. Same time in him. But they also exist. Nitya, they are also eternal. Krishna is also eternal. But so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this understanding. Because who can give this achintya tattva? Only one who is capable of doing that, expressing or manifesting. Only he can come and explain. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And it was not given before. This understanding of achintya was not given before. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came and he himself deliberated. No acharyas able to do this also. So only he can do, and he has done it. So we are so fortunate. And try to understand. If you get into these problems, remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. All the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are so fortunate. This is the thing. We forget how fortunate we are. Understand? Our fortune is achintya. No one can estimate how fortunate we are. To hear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to hear our Gurudev, Param Gurudev, our Guru Varga, and hearing this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and, hearing about Navadvip, or touching or placing there. Even though you have not visited, it doesn't matter. Even if you hear, think about it. Understand? Even if you remember Navadvip, you are delivered. So that is a unfathomable wealth we possess. Unfortunately, we forget it. So the time we have, this is very, very special time. Of course, this is a most degraded, time. Sometimes my heart flutters. Even in India, what is happening? So much drinking, blah, 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 blah. So many bad. But still, we are so fortunate. Our fortune, no one can estimate. No one can estimate. So we are the richest person in the whole world, each one of us. So we forget. We don't know what we have. We don't know what our Guru Varga has given us. equipped us. So try to realize the value, what they have given, what we have, you know. Then you don't feel you need anything else. Understand? Then you feel, oh, I wish I could distribute, 24 hours, 365 days. Only thing we should give is giving out, giving out, giving out, giving out. So we get into that mode. That's why our Gurudev, one time I was with Gurudev, this rings my always telling. Nobody else was there with him. I was telling. Maybe it's in, he said, I will preach till my last breath. He was there. I will keep preaching till my last breath. And that's what he did. So he did not, worry about this arrangement, that arrangement. We sometimes we make arrangement. Oh, if I go there, we'll have a nice room, nice, prasadam, this and that. If there be people who can listen to, see, this is the thing, And then Uma Didi also was like that, preaching all the time. It was amazing. It is sad in a sense. Of course, she entered Nitya Leela. That's it's not sad in that sense, but many of us feel a separation. But by remembering her, we do not. Separation is no longer there. This is the thing about Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. This is a speciality. By remembering them, we are in their presence. By remembering them, we get strength. Because they led such a pure life, unselfish. Like Prahlad Maharaj was saying, everyone, every living entity should think of bringing goodness, auspiciousness to others all the time. So these Vaishnavis and Vaishnavas always thinking, bringing auspiciousness to others, and nicely pointing out if you are not, hey, not this way, this way, gently correcting us, So we we miss her, very much. Very, very sweet and very gentle. So, any other questions you have? You mentioned what is the point of getting married, since we probably married many times before. But most bhakti practitioners are householders, and even some acharyas were householders before. How do we know which is the best path for us? Because if we don't have higher taste, we would not be strong enough to be brahmacharis. Is it really predetermined that someone will be brahmachari for life, or it could change over time? What would be your best advice for someone who is serious on the path of bhakti, but on the crossroads and might need to decide in a couple of years whether to choose householder or brahmachari life? Oh, very nice question. Say, I hope you understand the previous question. So now this is not, it is not separate from that, okay? So, because if you want to be strong, okay, determination, willpower, what I'm saying, He must be brahmachari. He must follow brahmacharya, whether male or female. Okay. Now, our Gurudev is very staunch on this. If you are already householders, then different. Okay. Don't give up on that. Try to work, try to become better. But if you are not, then don't get entangled. Okay. Don't get entangled. Um, I hope the reason is see, Krishna himself is brahmachari. Try to understand this. Radharani, all the gopis were brahmachari, charinis. Krishna is a brahmachari. One of the names for Krishna is Anadi Brahmacharine Namaha. Anadi Brahmacharine Namaha. I pay obeisances to one who is eternally, brahmachari. And the pastime, where one time he was asking, gopis wanted to serve. I think we told him he might not, but I reiterate again to remind us. He was gopis were, want to serve Durvas Muni with all their sweets and milk products and all. So and Yamuna was, they have to cross Yamuna to go over to the Durvas ashram, right? So even today in Mathura, you want to cross over the Yamuna to cross over to Durvas Mat. Now Gurudev established there. So but Yamuna was too much water. No. So there was no boats also available. Then they saw Krishna strolling there. Don't ask why. He was there. So then he's asking, hey, what are you doing here? First give me all those, sweets and all that, He said, no, not for you, sir. This is Durvas Muni. No, give me something. No. But they were asking, why? What are you doing? We want to cross over, serve him. Then Krishna is telling, oh, it's a problem. Okay. Then please tell Yamuna, request Yamuna, if Krishna is always a brahmachari, never seen a face of a woman, never talked to them at all. Here he's talking to them. And if it is true, give the pathway. Anyway, they loved Krishna and they followed Krishna. They prayed. Ama, oh, Yamuna Maya, we don't understand. But if this is true, what Krishna is telling, you have heard what he was saying. He never, any seen, met or ladies, is always brahmacharya. Please give the way. She gave the way. They were able to cross over. And then there they served Durvas Muni. And then Durvas Muni, so Durvas Muni was fed, right? And he was happy and blessed them. Let Krishna be satisfied with you. Then they were coming back, and then they asked Durvas Muni how to go. Then he asked how he did crossed. He said, this is like this. Then he told. Then, oh, is that so? Then tell Yamuna that if Durvas Muni remained always fasting, never eaten anything, if it is true, give the way. In front of them, now they eat for 1,000 people. And now he's saying he never ate anything, he's fasting. They were afraid to cross-question him because he might curse him. So they went and told Yamuna, you heard what Durvas Muni is telling. He never ate. He's always fasting. Never mind, he ate in front of her for 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people. And she gave away. See, then they are asking questions. See, oh Krishna, how is it? We cannot understand. It's beyond our. If gopis cannot understand, he understand. They are Nitya Siddhas, okay? They are Swarupa Shakti. Then how we can understand? So Krishna is telling, I know Abhiman, I'm that I'm Karta, doer. Even though he's doing everything. And same way, Durvasmani, he is not the eating. He is not the one who is eating. Krishna is there. He is just a mouth. It's like a pen, okay? His pen is writing or we are writing. Like that. Instrument. So he is a mouth. Krishna is eating. So that's why here, and Gopis said, we will not give you. Then anyway, they gave it to who? Krishna. Through Durvasmani, understand? So Krishna is telling, give me directly. But anyway, whether they give him or him is same thing. In this sense, in this case. So what I'm saying is, Krishna is a brahmachari, and so is gopis. One pointed. Who is not a brahmachari? Who forget Krishna is not a brahmachari. No, understand? If you forget Yugal Kishore, then we are not brahmachari. This is what it is. If you remember, then it is brahmacharya. So that's why now brahmacharya is is very, very, very important, foremost. Okay, our Gurudev keeps stressing. For spiritual life, you cannot separate brahmacharya from spiritual life. If you want to make progress in spiritual life, there is no question of that. You have to be brahmacharya. Now, now the question comes whether brahmacharya in the married life and in a what you call householder life, right? Is brahmacharya possible in the householder life? This is the question. Yes, it is possible. It is possible in all varna and ashram. So, but both have to understand this point. Both the parties, male, female, husband and wife. Now, if you suppose if you are not married, then it is better to be, but you have to keep praying. There are so many tests will come, and see, this marriage meaning actually try to understand this. When someone gets married, what is really happening? Okay, according to Shastra. Okay, first try to understand. Let's from the Shastra. When we are married, or when one is marrying a bride and a bridegroom, right? Now, bridegroom is accepting her on the behalf of Vishnu. The bridegroom is not accepting her on his own personal behalf, on behalf of Vishnu, to engage in the service of Vishnu. Okay, Shastra mantras are very clear on that. Okay, so but forget it. They don't know what is marriage, what is this mantra. It is just you gratify my senses, I gratify your senses. It's basically exchanging the and that will not last too long. How long? You know, so, our senses will be looking for something else always. You know, uh, so that's why the break. So much breaking in the marriages. Before, in the old tradition, acceptance, that marriage meaning, first thing is you take a vow that in future, no matter what comes, whether from either side, okay, each part is taking vow that no matter, suppose you become, now you're a millionaire, now it becomes penniless, okay, or either way, or now you looks healthy, but maybe becomes accident and becomes, vegetable. In any situation, I will not give up on you. Either both, okay, both parties understand, bridegroom and bride. This is the like a not in a unwritten thing, acceptance. And there is no question of mention of divorce at all in this case. So, but time, time meaning what? The past and future, because we are not in the present. When they were getting married, they were not in the present. Okay. First mistake is that they were in the future, building their dreams, or oh man, I will be, I, suffered so much. Now I will be happy. Things like that. They will be either party. Okay. That's why they are not in the present. They don't know what is happening. And it becomes external, and then finally it becomes external and they fail. Okay. So this is what bottom line. Huh? So real marriage is that you are accepting, he is accepting on behalf of Vishnu. Okay. Now Vishnu is brahmachari or not? Tell me. Brahmachari. No, remains as brahmachari. Now, of course, you might say, wait a minute, in the mundane world, the children will be born. But if it is according to dharma, according to what Krishna's desire, if they engage in the activity of producing a child only for his satisfaction, that is also brahmacharya. Krishna says Bhagavad Gita. No? Gurudev says. So, so that's why our acharyas were, even though they were householders, they were truly brahmacharis. Okay. That's why, look at, for example, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Ma Bhagavati, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati came. Bah, what a personality, So, if we both husband and wife, there is a science behind this. Okay. If someone is interested, I can send you, but don't do advertise on this, meaning in a sense, if someone wants male or a female, that is also possible. Of course, Gurudev one time he made the mother wanted, husband, wife wanted, no, I want a female. Then Gurudev said, okay, you will have. So by the mercy of Gurudev, anything is possible. If male inside, he can turn into female, and he has the strength, power. But in general, there is a science behind it, male or female, and the way the rules for the householder life, when they have to come together, the rule is there. Not every time, all the time, what should be done. If you follow that, then it is brahmacharya, So it is also service. Okay, try to look at that as a bringing out a child run. Krishna conscious children is also service to the Lord, service to the Vaishnavas. Okay, that's why in one family, there are families. If there are two children, husband and wife have come together only twice in their entire life. Okay, many incidences are there. So that is brahmacharya or not? That is truly brahmacharya. So bhakti, the should be part of it, through bhakti, not for sense gratification, for the, you understand what I'm saying? Huh? So whether anything else missing? So if you don't have higher taste and all that, right? You would not be strong enough to be brahmachari. See, if you are householder, then okay, don't break it. Okay, if both should come together, at least strive for the higher understanding, for higher taste. Okay, that's the thing. You should first try, compromise in a sense. Look, this is what acharyas have said. This is what they, gave us examples. We should strive. After all, what did you bring? What I brought, and our both goal is to please Guru. Now we are stuck in a bad bargain, but let us make the best out of this. You understand? So try to keep that, then helping each other to progress in bhakti, not to degrade. Okay, marriage is there to progress, right? Brahmacharya, Grihastha, then Vanaprastha. You should go to Vanaprastha, renunciation, meaning Vanaprastha meaning what? That way you will not have desire to enter this material thing. Then you take sannyas like that. So the grade is there. Of course, someone can go directly to Vanaprastha sannyas, or brahmacharya to sannyas. That depends on one's previous lives preparation. It is a many lifetime preparation. Okay, it is not happen one life. But the it is a service. We have to look at as a service, not exploiting each other. Okay, this is after all. See, this material world also came about. How this material came about. Sankarshan, Mahasankarshan. Then came Mahavishnu, Karnal Vishnu. Then he had a desire. That's why our Gurudev says Mahavishnu is not really pure because he had a desire to create material world. But if you do not have this material world, what the conditions will not have a chance to grow spiritually. Understand? This is part of the spiritual world. This material world is part of the spiritual world. Okay, it's like we have a prison in a big cities and all that. Every country has a prison, right? Prison is part of the country. So when you're, go against the rules, regulation, laws, they put into prison, and there you reform, right? And then they put back into the again in the mainstream, right? So same way, the spiritual world, not that you're fallen, okay? Don't get it wrong, okay? We were never in the spiritual world, okay? Most of us. Now we are in the tatastha. Mahavishnu, thing. Okay. But at that time, we look at spiritual world, they went there. Material world, good. So looking at, that's where we made that independence, use of independence. Understand? Whether we look down, we are curious about material world, curious about spiritual world, gradually went up there. So then by association became strong spiritually. By association with the material world, we became very, very, helpless, and we got stuck, and so look at any family. I'm talking about mundane family. Okay, a devotee family is different. Okay, even in devotee there may be gradation, but what I'm saying is mundane material householder life. You think are they happy, husband and wife? Suppose before you get into, suppose if you have a desire, or maybe I should become a householder, then before you do decide on that, you analyze yourself, look at the world, what is happening in the normal, so-called normal, okay, all are abnormal, abnormal householders, but general, okay, are they happy? Husband is trying to avoid wife, wife is trying to avoid husband. Children, there are so much problem. They were happy, but their happiness is increasing or decreasing? Exponentially decreasing. Okay. So then why you want to get into that? You question yourself. They try to somehow go through same and all that. Very difficult. Imagine swimming in a sea. Okay. Sure. Okay. 30 feet waves. You think you have a chance? Even 1 or 2 feet waves, you get drowned. I was almost drowned one time in Hawaii. So, so very difficult. You cannot. So going through without help. That's why it's a very risky thing. Okay. But if there is an opportunity, understanding together, then it is no problem. Okay. That is also encouraged, but generally, you see our parents, for example, relatives' parents, look at that. But in India, and I'm sure everywhere else too, it is true. Now, what happens at the old age? You think the children are taking care of the parents? What we are doing to our own parents? You questioning yourself. Are you taking care of your parents? Except writing one letter, Mother's Day, Father's Day. That too, you don't write on your own handwriting, just sign. It's already printed, message is printed, and then you sign it, and that's. You think it is Hare Krishna. ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತಮ್ಮ, ಆಯ್ತು. ನಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತು. ರಾಧೆ ರಾಧೆ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ. ಏಕಾದಶಿ ಡೇ. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಇರ್ತೀರ ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ? ಇದ್ರಿ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ. ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಸೊ Actually, household is very respected thing. Okay, they are the one in Vedic times supporting brahmacharya and sannyasis vanaprastha. You know, suppose if there is no householders, how do we exist? You understand? That's why Krishna says varnashrama, this dharma based on guna, these four I created them for the harmony, for the existence supporting each other. Okay. So without householder, we cannot exist, you know. So it is there. It is Krishna. That's why Krishna created that. So it's a gradual process, you know. Only thing is when they become disharmonized, misunderstanding, polluted, this is what creates the problem. So one has to uh, reconsider, reconsider pros and cons, But in any case, in all the ashrama, the bottom line is brahmacharya has to be maintained. It is not that we can not become brahmacharis, because it's a spiritual strength. Okay, see, there is something called, materially speaking, the thing it will not get waste. Our ojas, right? Our Gurudev says ojas shakti. Ojas shakti gets concentrated in brahmacharya, and it takes us higher and higher, makes us concentration, remembrance, okay, and even diseases, we are our what we call um, immunity for diseases increases by being brahmacharya. Of course, in the Western world, they don't know this. Western world is completely, they don't understand this, Uh, but of course, in the Western world, brahmacharya meaning in the high school, college, they'll be laughing at you, right? They have become very bad in that sense. Actually, it should be encouraged because it is so gives you willpower, concentration, you know, uh, strength, and all that, you know. Um, so that understanding is not there, So householders also, like I was telling, if you have 2 children, 3 children, they come together only 3 times. So that is according to the Bhagavad Gita. So it is brahmacharya. So I think we covered everything in this question. And then many times before, right? See, our Gurudev keeps telling, every life we have parents. In that, it is also included, even though he did not say, we were also married, husband and wife. So it is part of included. So we were married many, many times, unlimited. Not only as a humans, like other species also. Even though they may not be married, but unwritten marriage, something like that, whatever you want to call. As a bird species, um, and so many children, so many families. Da, 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 da. So now the question is, where are they? What happened to my previous life? See, one time, remember, okay, I have to tell you this, okay. This person is documented. One boy, he was born in some village, okay. Then he started telling something hit him. He was taking by some vehicle and something, I started remembering. Oh, I was born in that village. Uh, I was married there. My parents were like this, and then I died like this. And he was telling so many things. Then the parent, wait a minute, what is this? Maybe it is nearby or somehow, they traveled there. And there, um, he recognized, who is she? Oh, she is my wife. Now here is a boy, and she's already, 40s, 50s, and he's telling, she is my wife. Okay, I cannot laugh, you understand what I'm saying? Then they also said, they asked one thing, okay, you might say, wait a minute, he's making up, to make sure he's not really making up. They asked him a question. They had a locker. Only this person had the key where he kept it. Nobody knew. So they asked him, we lost the key for that locker. Do you know where it is? It is there. I can. So he went there and then pulled out some books, and below that he gave the key. Now what do you say for this? You see what I'm saying? He hidden one key, in previous life. Now in this life, he went and got it back to them. Now, like this, what I'm saying is, we were married millions of times, okay? But our Gurudev says, we get Guru only in one life. Our Param Gurudev, Bhakti Prajnana Keshav Maharaj, one time instructed, Bhakti Siddhanta told, his mother wrote a letter at the, almost end of the life. Should go and visit her. Then Param Gurudev is thinking, he's a Guru's order, what to do? Now if I go, what will my mother say? Might say, take care of the estate, get married. At the last wish, then if I don't fulfill that, what will happen? Now if I remain back, I'm going against the word of the Guru. What should I do? But he remembered what Gurudev said in the, Chaitanya Mangala, you remember that, saying that, oh, every life we get a parents, but you get Guru only in one life. And that Guru is your real father, mother. And then he will make you, I was a householder millions of times. I married before. Now I could not do any good thing for them. Understand? I could not deliver them. I could not do anything good. I might have done some mundane material thing. But eternal good I did not do. And I'm not able to do even for the present mother and father. But if I remain here, Gurudev's, previous instruction is the internal instruction that you remain brahmachari. Okay? Don't become householder, brahmachari. And then follow bhakti. Become a kanishta, then 7th generation. Then middle, then 14th generation. Uttam, 21 generations. And then what happens? One generation, they become devotee. Then their generation, like that, practically your root from beginning. You understand? Chain reaction. So they will get benefited. That is the eternal benefit. That's why the order of Guru is internal. What is the internal order of the Guru? Remain brahmachari. But now he's telling me, go home. Maybe it is testing me. He is testing me whether I really understood his previous instruction. What is it? Manobhishta. This is question, Param Gurudev questioned himself like this. And he came to conclusion. What conclusion? Oh, yes. this nishta, manobhishta is internal desires. Is I should remain here, become brahmachari, and that's why he hiding in a mutt somewhere. And devotee is not taking anything. Then devotee is told, "Oh, Gurudev, but to Saraswati Ma, oh, Vinoda, Bhakti Pragya, he did not go home in spite of your order." Then he called him. Why he did not go? Then he said, "Oh, Gurudev, yes, he told me, please forgive me for not obeying your order. But he told me before, in every life you get parent, but not Guru every life." So I got. So then tears in the eyes of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Wow. He understood my real instruction. See, that's why every instruction has two aspects, understand? Positive, negative in a sense, So we have to see what is the manobhishta, what is the, So, now he's actually following both. See, you cannot say Param Gurudev, thinking back, that he disobeyed Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Why? He might say, I'm crazy, See, even though he did not go externally, but did he not go internally or not? Tell me. What is the mother's intention? Or what is the mother intention meaning? What I'm saying is, what is the mother's desire? What I'm saying is, what is the mother's Atma desire? You understand? Our Param Gurudev's mother's Atma, what is her desire? Oh, I should be with Krishna, serving Vival Kishore, right? Is it not? That is the Atma desire. Now, Param Gurudev not going there and becoming staunch brahmacharya and then sannyasi and great acharya. Bah, amazing. And he is the cause of the entire world becoming Krishna conscious, okay, whether you admit it or not. Delivered so many people and is going to deliver future. So is he not fulfilling the innermost desire of his mother or not? You tell me. So did he visit him or not? You understand what I'm saying? So he did not break the Gurudev's order, even, so that is how we have to reconcile, we have to harmonize things, understand? So I hope we covered every part of this question. So my time is up. I have some guests come. Please forgive me. Mercy of Gurudev for the Guru Vargas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna. Continue.
Hare Krishna, Dharma Pranam, dear devotees.